This is the Uptick Newswire Stock Day podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews, public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world, with your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, we have a returning guest, and he's returning faster than any other guest, and I'll tell you why he is. He was on the show approximately 3 or 4 weeks ago, and at that time, his stock was at, I think, 6.5 cents. Now it's up over 50%. I told you at that time it was undervalued. I'm telling you today it's undervalued. Even as we speak, it's over 10 cents. This stock's going to 30, 40, 50 cents, I think, and that's my personal opinion, before the summer's out. We're talking no other than Players Network, one of the hottest stocks on the OTC market. The ticker symbol is PNTV, and coming to us live right now is the CEO, Mark Bradley. Mark, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. What an amazing introduction. I'm like blushing right now with the confidence that you have, and confidence that a lot of other people are demonstrating by taking positions in this thing. So thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm excited. I've done my homework. And before I started Uptick Newswire, I was a very successful hedge fund guy out in La Jolla back in the early 90s. And when you come out with some press releases that you have awarded 2 Nevada recreational marijuana license, you guys are I think you got some kind of deal with MSIG to help you build out Greenleaf Farms. You guys are knocking it out of the park, and it's showing on the ticker symbol. Like I said, since the last time you was on the show 2 or 3 weeks ago, we're up 50%. So what gives in this sector? You guys are red hot right now. Where do we go from here, Mark?
Well, look, I don't think it's the sector specifically as it is the way we position the company. You have to look back what we've done over the last year. We've eliminated all of the company's toxic debt. That alone took pressure off the stock and turned off the supply coming into the market. I mean, there's more shares outstanding than I care to have, but that's the reality. It is what it is, and I think our market's going to find itself. We've also completed construction, and we opened up phase 1 of our production and cultivation facility on a medical basis, which was very challenging to get through all the rules and regulations and bureaucrats and stuff. I mean, it's something that I don't wish upon anybody. I thought running a public company was difficult, but when you deal with things that are not in your control, and, the control of someone who clocks out at 5 p.m. is very disheartening. But we've gotten through that. We finished our technology platform, and Weed TV, our marketing channel, is going to be launching its first phase of all of the content very soon. So what people are going to find, and our shareholders know, we're really the only fully integrated media and marijuana company, which means we have the ability to market our own products and send people to dispensaries to buy our products like no one else. It kind of gives us an advantage in the marketplace, a little bit of an unfair advantage. And I think the shareholders that recognize we have multiple revenue streams is why they're getting involved with us. And to mention one more thing, that we did get awarded recreational licenses. We made it by the skin of our teeth to get it done. But Nevada turns recreational in July. It's already recreational, but you can actually go into a dispensary at the age of 21 and buy it. And Nevada is projected to be the largest recreational market in the world. So I gave you a lot of reasons. I'm a little long-winded, and I apologize.
No problem. Well, you got a lot to be long-winded with. I do want to talk about the Players Network TV thing. You have a very interesting guy that's, going to run it, or he's in charge of it, and he was the producer of Baywatch and Baywatch Movie. Who is that?
So my longtime partner of going on 17 years now, Michael Burke. Michael created over 800 hours of network television. He comes from a very famous family. His uncle was Sherwood Shorts, who did shows like The Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Isle. And Michael went on to create, 5 series, including Baywatch, which was the most watched channel on the earth, according to Guinness World Book of Records. And now he just his movie right now is in the box office, the new Baywatch movie with Dwayne Johnson. But what Michael brings to the table is a deep understanding of the production of content and articulating a story, building brands and building celebrities. He knows it like just amazing. He's just a incredible spirit and creative force, and I'm really proud for him to be our partner. He is developing a TV series around this whole process called High Stakes. And High Stakes is the story about Greenleaf Farms, the underdog company in Nevada that is competing against all the guys that got privileged licenses, like the casino owners and judges and, and attorneys and, the mayor's son, on and on and on. A very few amount of people like ourselves got licenses. And unfortunately, it's Nevada, and it's political anywhere you're at in the market. So, it's an amazing to have him head up Weed TV, which is our whole marijuana television platform.
My guest today is Mark Bradley. He is the CEO of Players Network, maybe the hottest marijuana company on the OTC markets, already up another 50% in the last 3 weeks. They trade on the OTC markets. You might want to check out that ticker symbol, PNTV. I want to ask you this, Mark, while I got you on the line here. Tell me about the revenues projections. You guys are a little bit light on that. I think you had your first substantial revenues last quarter. I also read that in 2018, you guys might be getting in the dispensary business. Can you elaborate on either one of those?
Yeah, let me tell you that, the marijuana sector is hot right now, but the reality is only a couple public companies that are really in the marijuana business. There's companies that say they're in the marijuana business because they build greenhouses or lights. But the reality is we're one of only 3 companies I know of that actually have a license to touch the plant, and that's a privileged license. 2018 is when they're going to be giving 122 recreational dispensary licenses. The only people that can apply for those licenses are current license holders in Nevada who paid their dues and helped develop the industry. And we're one of approximately only 65 groups. So if you do the math, we should, get 1, if not 2 or 3 dispensary licenses. And our, goal right now is to go vertical, is to be completely vertically integrated. We already have cultivation. We already have production. And now we want to get some dispensaries. And when I refer to dispensaries, I am referring to plural. We aren't really looking to just be a small little company that has a handful of licenses. We believe that these licenses can generate multi-million dollars a year revenue, approximately over 40 by our second year in business. But we do believe that our brands are going to outperform other people, and that we're going to be in multiple jurisdictions with multiple licenses. And that's our goal over the next 5 years, is really to have a substantial portfolio of both brands, licenses, and jurisdictions.
Recently you guys teamed up with MSIG, ticker symbol on the OTC markets, MCIG. Why did you need them, and why did you team up with them?
MSIG, carved out a niche for themselves, and they really said, we're going to be guys that help design facilities. And they brought on some talented people that we thought can provide the best solutions, the best construction, the best consulting to build the most efficient operating facility. And they've been great to work with. And it's a win-win situation for them because, they're a part of our TV show as well, and they're going to get a little more content and publicity. People are going to understand more about MSIG, and they're here to help us too, and be a part of an amazing, state-of-the-art facility. So it's just a good partnership.
That's great that you can take the foresight and actually reach out to somebody who's in your, maybe even a competitor or in your, your industry spot, and create synergies. And I really do applaud you for that.
Thank you. Well, you know what? We're kind of Switzerland. We like doing business with everybody.
My guest today is Mark Bradley. He's the CEO of Players Network. They trade on the OTC market, ticker symbol PNTV. In closing here, Mark, is there anything that we didn't get a chance to touch upon that you would like to get out there to the listeners?
You know, it's hard to be in the OTC marketplace or any penny stock, because so many companies aren't transparent, and we want to make it our job at any time a shareholder wants to reach out to us through playersnetwork.com. They can sign up to our newsletter by going to our investment relations section at playersnetwork.com. They can email info@playersnetwork.com. They can email me directly at mbradley@playersnetwork.com. I mean, we are just operating as a very transparent company. We tell people, don't believe what they read on the message boards, even if it sounds good, because a lot of people, come up with their own conclusions. But if they really want to know the truth of what's going on, good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to get that from us. And they don't have that transparency with other stock market penny stocks that I've seen. So we're trying to act in a very, very high level, as if we're a fully reporting NASDAQ company, which we plan to be someday.
I like to give a disclaimer before I let you go to my listeners out there. I currently own 53,000 shares of your company. I bought it in the open market, and I don't plan on selling it anytime soon. And I really do. I know you're a busy guy. I really do appreciate you taking time, coming back on the show, giving us an update of where you guys are at and where you're heading. Congratulations, you're knocking it out of the park. Keep on continuing what you guys are doing, and I wish you nothing but success.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and I will be glad to be a guest anytime you'll have me.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by Uptick Newswire, LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are those of the guests and those of the respective companies they represent, and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Uptick Newswire. Uptick Newswire encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional. The guests of this program may have paid for its distribution and are not directly affiliated with Uptick Newswire or this station.